So, still discovering new things. Also, I look through the Bible for wisdom whenever I need it. And of course, I learn quite a bit. But then again, still not exactly sure what I read. So I usually take my time. Oh, this is perfect. This is actually what I was looking for. Okay, so I came across somebody who said they were lost. Now, I know for a fact that I am lost as well. But that does not mean that I should give in to any vile thing that comes my way. For example, more demons. But I'll just read this out loud because I told somebody this, lost. Or I probably told myself, I don't remember. What is this? Matthew chapter 15, verse 21. Leaving there, Jesus now went into, FYI, this is the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures. This is not KJV. This is NWT, New World Translation. And it is a Christian Bible. So, continue on to chapter 15, verse 21 in the book of Matthew. Leaving there, Jesus now went into the region of Tyre and Sidon. I can't say the names right, but if you know the names, then you know what it is. If you don't know, I'll spell it out for you and maybe you'll know something. So the region of Tyre, or Tyre, Tyre, and Sidon, S-I''Don, or Sidon. And look, a Phoenician woman from that region came and cried out, "Have mercy on me, Lord, son of David. My daughter is cruelly demon-possessed." To talk to the audience aside, now I've came across, every time when I open the Bible, I've always come across demon possession. Those two words, demon possessed or demon possession. So that brings clarity to my thought perspective or whatever I'm saying. And then continue on to verse 23. But he did not say a word in answer to her. So his disciples came and began to urge him, "Send her away, because she keeps crying out after us." He answered, "I was not sent to anyone except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." But the woman came and did obeisance to him, saying, "Lord, help me." In answer, he said, "It is not right to take the bread of the children and throw it to the little dogs." She said, "Yes, Lord, but really, the little dogs do eat of the crumbs falling from the table of their masters." Then Jesus replied to her, "O woman, great is your faith. Let it happen to you as you wish." And her daughter was healed from that hour on. So, I used to think that lost sheep are demon-possessed people. So let me reread that, because I reread this before, so let me try to understand this again. I gotta reread this stuff like 20, 15 times just to understand it clearly. But the woman came and did obeisance to him, saying, "Lord, help me." In answer, he said, "It is not right to take the bread of..." No, that's not what I want to read. Okay, back to 23. But he did not say a word in answer to her. So his disciples came and began to urge him, "Send her away, because she keeps crying out after us." He answered, "I was not sent to anyone except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." So I'm going to go through my cell phone and get some insight on verse 21, verse 24, actually, in chapter 15 in the book of Matthew. So, okay, let me see something here. Like I said, I do this all the time. This is not new to me. I always look in the Bible for stuff. And I don't believe and listen to every single word or syllable that comes out of somebody's mouth, regardless of who they are, unless I know that I can trust them. So when someone's being iffy, I'm not even gonna go for it. Matthew 15:24. Okay. The lost sheep of Israel. Let's get some insight on this. In such an atmosphere, Christianity, in such an atmosphere, Christianity had its birth. First came John the Baptizer, the forerunner of Jesus, who turned many of the Israelites back to Jehovah. Then Jesus and his apostles followed up in the rescue work, laboring as they did among the lost sheep of the house of Israel, opening blind eyes to the false traditions of men and to the excelling benefits of pure worship of God. Yet only a remnant accepted Jesus as Messiah and was saved. These were the ones that joyfully hailed him as the King of Israel. The majority, refusing to put faith in Jesus, backed up the religious leader who cried out, take him away, impale him. We have no king but Caesar." Okay, so that, I don't know what happened with my voice there, but that wasn't, I wasn't doing that crap. But besides that, I've also been paying attention to the names that they put in Final Fantasy 14. Their names, there's voodoo magic, spells, and such and so forth. And I know in the Bible, Jehovah hates spells or anything dealing with magic and touch and such. So maybe I have been hexed. I've also been seeing that in the video game names as well. But let me reread that. In such an atmosphere, Christianity had its birth. First came John the Baptizer, the forerunner of Jesus, who turned many of the Israelites back to Jehovah. Then Jesus and his apostles followed up in the rescue work, laboring as they did among the lost sheep of the house of Israel, opening blind eyes to the false traditions of men and to the excelling benefits of pure worship of God. Yet only a remnant accepted Jesus as Messiah and was saved. These were the ones that joyfully hailed him as the King of Israel. The majority, refusing to put faith in Jesus, backed up the religious leaders who cried out, take him away, impale him. We have no king but Caesar." See, I can't even concentrate with that happening. Hold on, what was I even talking about? Opening blind eyes to the false traditions of men. Okay, then Jesus and his apostles followed up in the rescue work, laboring as they did among the lost sheep of the house of Israel, opening blind eyes to the false traditions of men and to the excelling benefits of pure worship of God. So, opening eyes. What's the word for it? Not metaphorically? No, it's not a metaphor. It's symbolically, definitely not symbolically. Not realistically speaking. What is that word? I don't even remember. Not symbolically, not metaphorically. Figuratively speaking, yeah, that's the word. Figuratively speaking, possibly opening blind eyes to the false traditions of men and to the excelling benefits of pure worship of God. Opening blind eyes to the false traditions. So is that what lost sheep are considered as? Those who used to worship their Holy Father. Yet only a remnant accepted Jesus as Messiah and were saved. So, accept Jesus as Messiah. These were the ones that joyfully hailed him as the King of Israel. Hail Jesus as the King of Israel. The majority, refusing to put faith in Jesus, backed up the religious leaders who cried out, take him away, impale him. Place your faith in Jesus. We have no king but Caesar. Jesus is your king. Only Jesus is your king. Okay, so I guess I answered some things about the lost sheep. And if we're lost, we may become demon possessed or tortured by demons. But if we're not lost, still going to be tortured by demons and persecuted and trialed by demons, regardless. I've told people before, Satan goes after those who want to draw close to Jehovah. Okay, let's see. What are we looking for over? I can't even concentrate. And there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, and let me see. There was another thing. As I said before, there are evil things going on in this video game. Within the video game, it is being inflicted upon me and possibly others as well. Now, the most important thing that I see, or that I'm gonna pay attention to now, is trying to bring the sheep back to their Holy Father and help them to realize that Jesus is still their King. Regardless of what they do and what they feel and what they are forced through, albeit through oppression from demons and oppression from mankind or animals, possessed animals as well, or such. Jesus is your King. Jehovah is your Father. This pertains to the lost sheep. Magic. Jehovah hates magic, which means that Jesus hates magic. Jehovah hates spellcasters, which means Jesus hates spellcasters. In other words, not the individual, but what they do. They hate what people do. And they do feel sorrow when wicked men die. None of them loves killing wicked people. They don't like killing wicked people. They hate killing people, period. And if you're lost, just keep going through the Bible, keep praying, and remember that Jesus is your King. What else did I want to say? Only Jesus is your King. And maybe your hope will come back stronger than ever. Just as mine's always come back. Or maybe even more than mine's. There's another thing I wanted to add. If there's anyone who used to practice weaving spells, sending curses, or using dark magic or white magic or whatever to get what they want, whether innocently or villainously. I'll say it again. Anyone who ever practiced spell weaving, voodoo, black magic, white magic, whatever, anything of that nature, whether you've done it innocently or villainously, what you can do is get rid of anything. Use your brain and get rid of anything, quote unquote, thing that you've used or brought into your household that invites demons. Anything that you've used, just be smart about it. Now, if you finish watching this video to its entirety, you're not going to hear my voice later after this, but I've had a, if you'll see that I've had a Hanya mask and an urn there, used as a gold vase used as an urn. That was a personal thing, but you'll see I got rid of those two things. I got rid of that Hanya mask and I got rid of that urn. That sword is just a replica, so it's a fake. But that's just an idea on what to do. Get rid of stuff that you know is causing you problems. I've been trying to figure things out and what's going on around me. I'm not worried about what's going on with me because I go through it every day. So I can already tell. But what goes on around me is also important as well because it can also mess with other people, putting other people at risk. People around you, people who you live around, who is closer, who live in the same household basically. So, if you've turned away from your Father in the heavens and King Jesus and followed worldly things that they do not like and things that they hate, endure through discipline and endure through punishment. The demons are the punishment, and yet God disciplines, and God is holy. I believe Jesus disciplines as well, and Jesus is holy. So that's a double whammy. But man disciplines as well. So that's a triple whammy. Those are three beings coming at your head. So get rid of anything dark or whatever. I don't even know what to say. Because I don't practice that stuff. Never did. But get rid of that stuff. It'll make things just a little bit easier. You still gotta put up with things. But it'll make things a little easier. Bring you just a little bit of comfort and clarity as well. Like I said, just be smart about it. Anybody who's oppressed, who's been oppressed, knows how to be smart. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But you ain't even gotta take it. You ain't gotta take that. Is there anything else I want to add? Oh, hail Jesus. There's another thing I want to bring up. When it comes to hailing Jesus and also his father Jehovah, that requires dedication, like absolute dedication. Now, there's one thing that I have problems with. This video game, in general, there was one time in my life where I decided to just trash the game because it was interfering, or whether the players were probably foolishly, innocently, I don't freaking know, but they were interfering with my relationship with Jehovah. And it got to the point where I decided to try and take my revenge long after the effect of what they were putting me through. Long after. Of course, a lot of things are done in secret in the game or whatever. But still, I believe that I've been wronged. Without a doubt. And when I realized that this video game was interfering with my relationship with my Father in the heavens, I trashed it. But I decided to leave the hard drive behind. Someone picked it up and took it away. The day after the night, I decided to trash my video game. But then again, I was drawn back to the video game because of the music and the good things that I can have in this game that can actually make me feel worth something, as opposed to doing things in real life, dealing with issues that are difficult for me to control, and I speak of only personal issues and also worldly issues, which can drive me to rage. But me, I know that I can't change no one. I know darn well I am no king, because Jesus is king, and that's facts. So I don't follow king culture. And what's another thing? Or I'ma just say kingism. Kingism. Nah, I don't follow kingism. Because if people treat me as king, they're doing a disservice to Jesus. But if they're treating like me as trash, as garbage, and not as a fellow human who also suffer, that they are doing themselves and Jehovah a disservice, or their God. And that's something that I can't tolerate. That's something that my mind will never tolerate. So I guess I come back to this game for a reason. When I was a kid, I always thought about saving lives and stuff like that. But I see that this game considers, I have to consider that this game is special in the way that there are people in this game, as shown to me, are lost. So, and people just want to make it, regardless of how down these people feel. I already know some people want to make it, but then when they lose that purpose, then it's up to them to find it. Because I do know one thing, and since it's gotten serious, I've always told myself this game practices magic, this, and that, and this. It does all these things. So maybe I am practicing magic, and that's what I'm gonna have to go with. And that's the main reason why I got rid of the game. But my way back to it. But I don't know who else are going through very similar tribulations or whatnot. But all I gotta say is, I'm pretty sure that you might make it. You might. Higher chances. I'm being reassured that I'm gonna make it. So chances are that you will. If not, because of your current state of mind, then maybe you will. You can think about it or you cannot think about it, whatever. But in the end, Jehovah wins. Jesus wins as well. Satan don't always win. But when he wins, it's for a reason, I guess. But I'm not going to get into depth about that because now I'm trailing off to a subject that I don't fully understand. So let me switch back into my lane, whatever that lane is, and just keep doing what I do, I guess.